Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV304, it's a tier 6 British SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Murovanka and it's under the command of 15JG52Brauer. Now, he's got a 4.5 inch howitzer as his main armament, but by all rights that should be a 5.5 inch howitzer, because the model they use in the game is actually the FV305, and that was armed with the same gun as on the Crusader. But in actual fact, Wargaming have basically faked everything, and well, the gun that's mounted on this is the 4.5 inch howitzer, which was never mounted in a British SPG. In fact, it only appears in the BT-42, which is of course the Finnish light tank with a big artillery piece in it. And the one that should be in this tank is the 5.5 inch, but it's not. And in fact, actually, the 4.5 inch is now the stock gun for the Crusader instead, and the top gun is the 5.5 inch with the long range. Now, the problem with the Burt is, of course, it does have a very short range, so you have to get fairly close to the enemy, but in return you get a fairly fast fire rate, and also very decent accuracy and a very high arc, which means you can hit enemies that are trying to hide behind rocks and buildings. Okay, T-37 there. Tier 6 game only. That's out. Nice direct hit for 203. The alpha damage for this gun is 450. And it'll penetrate through 28mm of armour. So if he comes across any lightly armoured vehicles, he's going to possibly pen them. Okay, these guys are coming over in force, going after our VK. He's trying to get a shot on the Type 58. Oh, nice one on the engine deck, and he set him alight. But a premium fire extinguisher went off, so he's still alive, but only just. Good lead. Yes, nice shot, and that was a penetrating round into the side of the Chi 2. Because he got 423 hit points, so it's a low roll penetration. Now he's pulling back a bit because he might have to make a fast getaway, and he can get a fast getaway because this is the fastest Arty in the game, 72.4 kilometers an hour, which is almost the same speed as light tanks. I say almost because there's really only a couple of light tanks that will actually do that speed. Another nice direct hit on that Type 58. He's got a reload time of 10.12 seconds. The book reload is 12.94. He actually got another hit on the Type. Can he get another shot into this Chi 2? He might wipe him out with this shot though. Fires one in. Didn't get the kill though, unfortunately. And an M4A1 FL10, that's the one, the 5 Lille turret, to get it correct. It was made in Lille, France, by a company called 5 Lille, and it's the same turret on the AMX-13. 4-shot autoloader, 75mm. Here it goes. Can he get another shot to kill? Oh, he does! He clips his rear! Only got the rear of the vehicle there, but he did get him. And he's going to do the same to this P-43 Biz if he can get hit. No, the P-43 meets his doom at the hands of the Strid 74. Okay, who's next? Well, the enemy seems to have been wiped out in the Magic Forest, and you can see Brauer does this in-out thing, which of course really upsets some viewers. Certainly upsets Jingles, because he said that, yeah, he has to take control of the camera if somebody does it. And you can see that Brauer's actually got 2 marks of excellence on his FV304, so he obviously plays it quite a bit. He's gone to overhead view to find his first shot, and he actually fell short there. There is a Strid 74 and an FV304 near where he was shooting, so I think that's what he was trying to aim for. He needs to get some cover between him and the enemy, otherwise he'll be the target instead of the enemy. Oh, there, I saw the tracer there from the other Burt. And he hit somebody, and I think that may have been the Burt actually. closing in on the enemy with 2 up on them. He's using as much cover as he can, but he's doing the in-out thing again, so I'm going to take control of the camera. Oh, he's way too close. In fact, that Striv has seen him, and it's a good job he suddenly got killed, because otherwise he will be the next target. He's trying to get away now because the enemy Bert might actually try to get him. After all, he did get hit. Okay, we've got a Hummel, and there's the Bert. Okay, so we now knows where the Bert is. The Bert has taken damage, so he was possibly the person who did get the shot. But he's going for the VK instead. Oh, he aimed it to one side. What happened there? He actually deliberately aimed it to one side. Now, I've been coming across a lot of that recently, especially myself. And oh, we got a direct hit there on the VK. Apparently, there's some medical study that actually said that during World War II, troops didn't like to actually fire at the enemy and kill them. They'd aim to high or to the left or to the right, but they wouldn't aim directly at the enemy. And I found some players on World of Tanks will actually affect their shot. They will deliberately misaim their shot, trying not to hit the enemy. And the Americans found a study that if you play a lot of video games and you aim a lot at the enemy then that can cure the problem of trying not to kill the enemy. I know it sounds funny, but it's a psychological study. Apparently it's true. Oh, it fell to one side of the Jagdpanzer. Yes, apparently, you see, not everybody who actually, when they come up against the enemy as a soldier, they don't like to actually kill. Most people are not psychologically conditioned to kill, and they will actually deliberately try not to kill by aiming away from the enemy. But of course, if you do that in battle, you can actually end up losing the war, because the enemy will try to kill you. But apparently it's something that's psychological that affects both people, both sides. The Americans found that video games is the cure. Lots of video games where you have to shoot pretend enemies and that will cure your problem. Still looking for those enemy tanks. There's only 3 of them left now. There's one. The Hummel. I think it's dialed in. Oh, he's gone. Now we've got the VK. He's almost fully dialed in. Rounds out. Yeah, he aimed slightly to one side there. Go directly for the vehicle. I think he was actually aiming behind him because he thought he was going to pull back. But this time round, he won't get it wrong. And he gets a lovely direct hit, but it's not enough to wipe him out. But the next shot should do it. Rounds out. And he got him. There's only one enemy left. It's the Jagdpanzer 4. And we know on the minimap where he is, but we just can't see him at the moment. He might have moved. Just looking for where he is. There he is. He's been spotted. Okay, let it dial in. Oh, and before we can shoot, he's been killed. So that's the end of the game. And it is a victory. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And here's the end of battle results. And it was an ace tanker for 15JG52Brauer in the FV304. Not the first time he's had an ace tanker, he's had one before. And he also got a bruise the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 11. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And also a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. He also managed to get a win rate of 5,865, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team scores and see where he stood. Well, he managed to get 2,518 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the P43 Biz on his team with 1,412, followed by the Hummel with 1,330. When it came to kills, he was actually beaten by the Striv 74, the KB2, the M4A1 FL10 on his own team with 3 kills. That guy also managed to get a Pescucci's, and also the Striv 74 on the enemy team. They all got 3 kills apiece, whilst 15JG52Brauer managed to get 2 kills alongside the SU-100 and the Budgie on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's right at the top. He got 823 out of that one. 745 went to the Strip 74 and 611 went to both the P43 Biz and the Hummel. They both got the same. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 23 shots in that game, got 13 direct hits and 2 penetrations, 15 splash. Damage of 2,518 hit points, of which 1,374 were at more than 300 meters. So he was getting a lot of long range shots in. 8 enemies were damaged, 2 were killed, so there's the 6 difference that got him the Confederate, and 176 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 40,320 credits, got 20,160 from personal reserves, a total of 60,480 credits altogether, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away a profit of 44,730 credits altogether. He got 25 bonds from that battle, and he also got 1,234 XP, 4,940 for completing mission and events, 1,234 for personal reserves, and took away 7,409 experience points altogether. So a very good carry, actually. He didn't get a huge number of kills, only 2, but what the hell, he actually managed to get a large amount of damage on the enemy. And between him and the top players on his team, he managed to convincingly beat the enemy on this occasion at tier 6. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.